Hello everyone, I'm Martina, and today in this video we're going to make this mini fabric yarn clutch bag together. As you can see, it's an extremely simple bag to make, but we were inspired by a famous high fashion brand, specifically this electric blue Chanel clutch. The cost is mind-blowing. It's a bag that costs 14,000 euros. With just a few euros, we managed to create a model almost identical to that one, because we used the same measurements, the same stitch work, and the same process to create an extremely similar bag, though revisited with our own features. It's a very simple bag to make, so even beginners will be able to create a clutch like this one. I suggest you subscribe to my YouTube channel anyway. Just turn on the bell below and also follow me on my social media channels. You can find me on both Instagram and TikTok under the name Macrè bag. Now I'll tell you about all the supplies needed to make our clutch bag. You should know that we got all the materials from our website, so you can visit the site macrebag.it. I'll also leave the link for you right below here in the description, so you can easily find and purchase the yarn and all the necessary supplies for your convenience. I also want to remind you that there are many other yarns, kits and bag tutorials to see, so go take a look. A 700 gram spool of fabric yarn. It's made of 95% cotton and the remaining 5% lycra. It's super elastic and the diameter is about 3 to 4 centimeters. You'll find it on our shop in this lilac color or in other colors as well. 2 openable rings like carabiners with an internal diameter of 2 centimeters. These are made of stainless steel, so they won't tarnish or wear out over time. You'll find these on our shop too. A magnetic clasp with these tabs to ensure it closes securely. And you'll find these on our shop in gold or silver versions. 50 centimeters of stainless steel chain, which you'll find on the macrebag.it shop. A number 10 steel crochet hook and a yarn needle with a slightly larger eye. We can start right away with today's tutorial. Let's start by making the chain stitches. We're working with a number 10 crochet hook, and we need to reach a number of crochet chain stitches equal to 22 centimeters. Here are our chains. Now we need to start making some very simple single crochets. But we're actually changing an initial step here, since this yarn is quite thick and chunky. I won't skip just one chain like we usually do for single crochet work, but instead I'll skip 2. So I skip this one, and I go in with the hook here. I go in, yarn over again and close the 2 loops. Again, another single crochet. Like this, yarn over the hook and close it. Then once again, yarn over the hook and close it. So we should do the same thing now for all the stitches of the chain until we get to here. We'll show you the first row finished. Here's the very first row. It turned out like this. Now we'll make a chain to turn the work. I turn the work and start with the second row of single crochets. Going into the first stitch, in this case I don't skip anything. So let's continue. Then we'll show you a little trick that we use at the end of the row. Here's the last stitch. Normally we would have to go into the last stitch again. Here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and close in this way. The only thing is you see this little hole forming, which will then continue through the rest of the work. So to prevent this from happening, we'll undo this stitch now and do it in another way. So I won't go into this little stitch here anymore, but I'll go in here into the V, taking just one loop, this front one. Then I'm going to carefully insert the hook into this other little loop, just like this. See, you can actually see it very well right here. It's this one, just like these ones here, all in this direction. So now I'm going to yarn over. I close them with the first 2. I form these 2 loops, yarn over again and close. You see that the result is already very different and the little hole isn't noticeable. And now I'll just continue it with my single crochets. And I'll use this little trick at the end of every row. So I highly recommend, if you want a much more precise and tidy work, you should use it too. I'll continue with my rows of single crochets since the work is always this. It's always the same. I'll show you now how the project turns out. In a few rounds, I'll give you all the necessary instructions. Here is our panel. We have completed a total of 6 rounds. You can see how the work turned out straight on both sides. Let's show you the measurement. And so now the width of this panel is about 25 centimeters. We had made the foundation chain 22 stitches long. This is because the chain tends to loosen up as you work on it. And so we've now reached a total of 25 centimeters, which is the size for the bag. We will now continue working our rounds of single crochet stitches until we reach a total height of 39 centimeters. Here is our finished panel. We have now reached this height of 39 centimeters. At this point, we need to fold the panel, which will give our bag its shape. Take your time with this step as it is important for the final look of the bag. So I fold it this way, and as you can see, our bag, it is now really starting to take its shape. At this point, we'll need to carefully cut the yarn and then sew it together to finish off this part. After that, we can move on to working on the side seams. Having cut my yarn, I'll now thread it into the yarn needle, which is a needle with a slightly larger eye. I'll start hiding the yarn here in the little knots along the edge. We'll knot it like this. In this manner, stitch by stitch, we keep going until we reach a certain height. So I make several knots just to make sure the work is really secure. If you don't have a yarn needle, you can easily use a slightly smaller crochet hook instead. But it will just take a few minutes and really a bit of precision. Here is the seam. We've sewn up to this point. As you can see, this is the part that will be under the seam. You see, so this little thread sticking out won't be noticed. Alright, let's go ahead and start shaping the bag now. We'll give you the measurements to follow to make it. So we fold it like this, just so that the base measures properly. 15 centimeters. Then if we open it, we can show that we've added a small thread here to indicate the height where we need to fold the panel. So the height from this point to this one is 12 centimeters, and the rest of the panel. We will measure 27 centimeters in length, which is the measurement we need. So follow these instructions if you want to help yourself too. Insert a small thread of another color at the exact point. And now let's go and sew the panel. To do the stitching, I'll have to open the panel and turn it inside out. I'll turn it over and fold it right where we have our little thread. Now I'm taking a fairly long thread with the needle, the ribbon, in this case the larger one, and I'll start making some stitches. I'll show you how. So I'll start from this little stitch here. So I take the thread, the end of the thread, I position a part of it to be able to close it better. Now I take the needle and start going into this point where we have our little thread. And at the starting point of the other panel here, so I push the needle through. There we go. And I'll do 2 or 3 loops in this very first point to secure it as best as possible, so as not to risk the panel opening up later or loosening. So I'll sew this thread well. In the meantime, I'll remove it. And I pull it very tight, making sure it is really secure. Now just like this again. Now I'll continue by carefully taking the other stitches from the edge of the panel, making sure to keep everything even and neat as I go along. In this way, and here I'll just do 1 loop. Now it doesn't matter to do more loops. As long as it's tight, I'll pass the thread over there. and again like this. I'm careful with the stitches. I try to make them as close together as possible. And you see what I'm doing too. I'm bringing this little thread along to secure it. Like so. I'll show you the finished work later. Here's the complete seam, and now I'll leave the thread here. I'll sew it in later. These are 2 excess threads, but they're on the inside so they won't be seen. Now that I've secured this, I have to go and do the same seam on the other side, so the method is always the same. I simply have to take into account this particular point right here where we started and then go over to the other side. So I'll start the seam at exactly the same point, making sure it's parallel to the other one. Always using the same method for the first stitch. I do 2 or 3 loops to secure it well, and then single loops. So let's begin picking up the stitch. 1 and 2 like this, as you can see, and now I'll show you the result at the end. Here are both seams ready now. At this point, I have these threads that I need to close off, so I'll take the yarn needle again and start making small, secure knots along the entire edge here and here, making sure everything is neatly finished. There, everything's ready. You see, you can't even see the threads anymore. They've been tucked in. Now we need to turn the bag inside out, and we'll show you what shape it has actually taken. There, you see the finished bag. You see that the internal seams give a certain thickness to the bag, both on this side and that side. Now that we have the panel that we need to fix and close, we will be using 2 magnetic closures for this. This is because if you leave the panel as it is, you'll notice that the sides tend to open up just a bit. So, in order to prevent it from having this opening effect on both sides, we're going to use these magnetic closures. We're going to add a magnetic closure on one side and a magnetic closure on the other hand. We are going to show you a method that we often use ourselves, which is actually very simple, straightforward, and quite nice for working with the fabric yarn. Then, after that, we will add the rings as well as the shoulder strap to the bag. Once all of these steps are completed, this bag will then be completely finished and ready to use. So we've carefully positioned the very first magnet right here and also here, exactly in the corner of the bag, in fact, just to make sure it closes completely and so that these corners really don't show. Now we'll show you this particular method we used to make this closure for the one on the other side. So I'll show you how we take a piece of fabric yarn, stretch it out carefully, and then cut it right in half. With the thread carefully separated into 2 parts, I'll take both and gently place them inside the 2 tabs of the magnetic closure. Now I'll place the washer, and now I'm going to close the 2 tabs. Just like this with my hands. There we go, and I also closed it using some pliers. Now I'm going to sew the magnet at this point here in the corner, so I'll place it right here and see the threads. Now I need to do some crochet work to secure them and thus also secure the magnet this way. So I go into the nearby stitches, yarn over and pull the thread through just like this. I do this for both threads on one side and both threads on the other, and move them this way to go ahead and secure the magnet. So we won't be doing actual sewing with a needle and thread, but we'll do this kind of stitching by securing the thread. I'll show you the more advanced result later. Now you see I'm tucking in all the little threads like this. the ones that were here, we looped them around this way, then back again and through along this side. Same for these others that were here, we passed them directly through the side. Now let's finish securing them all. There we go, we've now successfully added all the magnets, so the bag will now close securely without any problems. 1 and 2. Now we need to finish up by adding the chain. In this case, we're using a gold colored chain. We'll add the 2 rings and then 1/2 meter of chain. So I open up the bag and then I take the corner of the bag right here. You can see this very first stitch in the corner, and I'm going to carefully insert my ring through it, just like this, in a simple and straightforward way. Now I'll close it back up, add the chain, and then the bag is ready to go.
We carefully add the chain to the rings, and finally our beautiful Chanel bag is ready. See, with just a few euros worth of materials, you can easily make a bag that looks just like the one from the Chanel brand. So what are you waiting for? Visit our website at macrebag.it. Purchase the yarn that you need and create your very own beautiful ribbon bag as well.